Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of the non-league to legend French save. We're here with Paris 13 Atletico, looking to try and make them bigger than PSG. As you guys know, we're in a relegation fight. And today, you guys get, for the first time, the big Paris FC Paris 13 Atletico derby. We're away from home. We're just outside the relegation zone. We are 3 points clear with it all to play with 6 to go. We're 2 points clear of Batacita, who have just beaten Paris FC in the last match day to jump ahead of him. We have squandered chances, but we have won a game breaking a 7-game winless streak. We've also have signings and a youth intake to tell you about. We're going to start, though, with the run of form and one of the decisions we've made. Since we last met against Strasbourg, we played Lorient, which was last episode. We drew to Grenoble, 3-3. Led 1-0, 1-0, led 2-1, 2-2, led 3-2. Threw it away again, Desprez with a 6.2 and a goalkeeper mistake. We then drew to Toulouse, 1-0. Yet again played well, yet again took the lead, yet again conceded, yet again not particularly great. We then played AC and they were very good in the top flight. They're gunning for the title, so, is what is, we get beat. Playing 4-3-3 predominantly, do switching into 4-2-3-1. I did play 4-2-3-1 against Grenoble. We then play against Annecy. We won 3-1. Desprez making a goalkeeper mistake again. And we went big against FCC, and even after we just won, I dropped him. Backup keeper Sanu, been sitting at the club, not played. He was their number one keeper back when they first were around in the National B. He's a current international. He doesn't go anymore to international games. I played him in one game. He kept one clean sheet. He's going to be our keeper for the run-in. Desprez is on paper one of our best players. Do not care. He's making too many mistakes. A mistake that we're going to highlight in the 3-3 draw to Grenoble, where we conceded in the 98th minute or the 94th minute. This goal should have counted. Please note that this goal was only disallowed because they say that the guy standing in the 6-yard box with our goalkeeper on the floor impeded the keeper from making a save, where, Desprez was nowhere in the frame. After I saw this, I was planning on dropping him for the next game, but I forgot about it. And then we won, but he still made a mistake. So I've dropped him, and the backup keeper did well. Look, that's fine and well and good. He punts it to no one for no apparent reason. We were 2 against 2 if he actually decided to go into the channel. But here comes one of the most annoying goalkeeper mistakes, and it only took me to walk back in the room to realise it was given as offside. He does the right thing here, does Desprez, and going down at it, it's hit at 2 kilometres an hour. It's just an easy take and trap and get up and off we go. Instead, he passes it into Tell, who puts it in, and they somehow say that Engardo has impacted play for Desprez and Incadio. I'm telling you right now, that's a goal, and that's never going to be given an offside in a real-life game of football. But that point could keep us up. That game, though, could keep us down. Against Annecy, we won, and then against CAN, the despair of Collie. 19 shots, only 2 on target, fully dominated. Collie missed 2 1-on-1s. In the 83rd minute, he hit the bar. And in the 94th minute, missed a header from the 6-yard box, which he put wide. Scores one of those chances. We are 3 more points. We're 2 more points to the good. We're on the 30-point mark. We're 4 points clear of the relegation's drop. 5 points clear of the actual drop. This is huge, this game. Secondly, we need to talk about youth intake. Horrid, we have no recruitment, as you know. Lastly, though, you might be talking about Damien, player trials. Yes, we have some player trials. These are the guys that came up on the list that were willing to come to me when the game says, these are the guys being released. I've actually signed 2 of them as well. There is a couple more that I'm thinking of signing too. And there's a couple others that rejected me that I would like to sign. But these are the 2 that I have signed. Firstly, I've made these signings with the intention of 2 things. If you go to our squad in season preview, we are a older squad but becoming younger. We were 28, we're now 27. I've got it down to 26. If we go down and we keep the job, these players are going to play and we're going to cash in on some of our bigger players. Now, you might be saying, Damien, that's huge. There is players that will not leave, but from what we've seen already, we beat Red Star in the Cup. We've got a good enough squad where we can really trim the squad if we go down so we don't lose too much money being in the third division because we've built a lot of money up this year. Secondly, if we stay up, I can cut out all the players that are unhappy on the fringes and just keep kids that are happy to be fringe players or breakthrough prospects that have good potential. With that being said, Kellyan Hamadou is someone that on paper doesn't look that great, but as a backup left back is better than our current backup left back, who's only on a one-year deal that's expiring at the end of the year. What I like about him, 15 determination, can tackle, can mark somewhat, but at this level, physical's a king. He's physically dominant. Good backup player, 5-star potential, still here on trial, was about to play against our youth trialists tomorrow. The next one is Ryan El Dijabali. He's very similar to what I think we're going to do with DJ. Someone that has good potential that you sign on a free and maybe flip for $1 million or so. But yet again, already at 2.5 star. If the 4-2-3-1 actually becomes a option going forward, like a full-time option, he's someone that can play there very well. Technically brilliant, good first touch, great determination, someone that is actually a really good player to get in because he's good at what he does. Mentally well-rounded, physically well-rounded. He's someone that we could actually bring in if we get relegated, would start every game for me in the division below. We'd either train him to play back in the defensive midfielder role as a creative player, or play him in a hole in a 4-2-3-1, which we may move into. And, if that's the case, if we go down, he's going to play bulk minutes, and I think he's good enough to. And if we stay up, he's someone that we can use off the bench every game and get him developing that way. And I think he's a very good talent to have. Now let's get on to this game. Paris FC. Their last win came against Châteauroux, who are bottom. Couple of draws. Stade Lavios have done really well this year. And then the next win was against SMCN, who we did not beat. It's a big game for them because if they beat us, because of the goal difference, and then the swing of it, they'll probably be out the relegation zone and we would drop below them. Besiktas haven't won a game in 13 league matches since we last played them. There is a couple wins in the cup there until they play Paris FC. Important to note, they played SMCN. You can tell the runs are very different, similar, and there we are. Important to note, Besiktas have EA Guniap, who I still have to play, Stade Lavios and Châteauroux and Dijon. If you have a look at my run-in, I've got Guniap, Stade Lavios, Châteauroux, SNEN, very similar runs in. If you look at Paris FC's run in though, they have got Nims, who are not having the best of year. Amines. Nims, who are air. Lens, who are gunning for the title. And then they have the big one, Lorient, who have been in this relegation zone but are one of the newly relegated teams from the top flight this year. And Grenoble, who are gunning to try and find a playoff spot late doors. They have the hardest run in. If we win today, the big call from me will be, if we win, and because of Paris FC's run in, I think we'll finish at a minimum 16th, and that may be enough to keep me my job. The big goal for me is I think 33 points, judged on how Besiktas has been and I've been, will be enough to keep us up. And I also predict that next episode is going to be Stade Lavios Châteauroux doubleheader. I think if we can get through today's game of a point at a minimum, we can win one of those two games. That would get us to that 32 points bracket and leave us 1 point needed from the Saint-Étienne or Dijon, which would be the run-in games for the episodes. Let me know what you think the points total would need to be to stay up. It definitely won't be 28. I think 31's just not enough. I feel like in order to stay up without going into that playoff relegation, we need 33 plus. But we'll find out. There's all the kickoffs at the same time. Batacita playing Guniap, who are fourth. That's really good for us, because if they lose, doesn't matter what happens here as much, because we're going to still have a team below us. At a minimum, we must finish in this relegation playoff. In terms of the team, Desprez has been dropped. I've mentioned it. We've got the backup keeper. Koulibaly's been playing because his average rating's been really good. It has also allowed me to play Diarra off the bench. He has scored off the bench. His contract is expiring at the end of the year. If I stay up, I might release him. If I go down, he's definitely someone I'm going to keep here because he can get us back up again. Karamoko's been in better form than Encadio, so your team is as followed. Sanu, the backup keeper. 1 game, 1 clean sheet. Madi, Karamoko, Mawisa, and Lucas. Augustwari and Masawemu. Sanif, Kudawi, Maruvian, and Collie. Important to note, I have gone to a system that's still higher on the defensive line, but what I have done is gone long, distribute over the top. We've conceded some goals playing out from the back. No longer do we play out from the back. I do sometimes switch into a standard line of defence as well. They're a wing play side, Paris FC. We beat them 1-0 at home, and the first game we kept the clean sheet in. We've only kept 3 clean sheets all year. 1 in the cup, 2 in the league, 1's against Paris FC. We need a win. Away we go. Dim consent to win, apparently. Not going to talk about it. Here we go. Colley's been a fine player, but he missed a million one-on-ones. They've got Coffee. Gory's quite quick. They've got a Kieda. Zelia, people may know, I think he's a German keeper that's come from the Bundesliga back a few years ago. But this is a big game. It's the derby. A point would be massive. A win would be... Well, a point would be good, but a win would be massive. It's the Paris FC derby in 15 minutes played. It is a throw-in down our end, and it's Matty. Finds Sanif. Matty whips one. Joe Lucas, opportunity. Couldn't find it through the bodies. He just had to find a clear path at goal, and it could have been 1-0. Unfortunately, it wasn't. 20 minutes played. I will go into the 4-2-3-1 because I know they play wing play, but we might be able to overload their wings with Lucas bombing on because they might keep their wingers high and wide. Conversely, it does mean they could hit me on the break. Saying that though, this game has ticked away. Half-time 0-0. Very, very happy. I'm not overly happy, but at the same stage, I want the boys to be upbeat. Lucas can whip in a good ball, and he does. Karamoko's a big boy. He's onside. We lead. Come on, boys. 1 more clean sheet, please. 1-0, 50 minutes played. Karamoko, backstick, what a header. We lead 1-0. Mum's TV just got really loud back there. Anyway. That's a really loud TV. That's probably how I'm going to be if we end up conceding here. Collie ain't going to get on that, but Gulabali does well, the Senegalese in under-20 international. Masawumu, Gulabali, pen! We haven't had a penalty in Yonkers. I don't even remember when the last time we had a penalty this year. It was Diarra, he scored a hat-trick. Collie, through the keeper, we lead 2-0. Do we dare believe? We lead 2-0. If you are enjoying this episode, give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel and do leave a comment if you think we can stay up. More importantly, we are live on stream. We've been live and streamed the whole run-in tonight. We've been live for 4.5 hours streaming this. 68 minutes played. I'm not going to make a change. I was thinking about dropping the line a bit deeper, but we are currently dominating. So why would you make a change, Damien? You just let this run. Karamoko, Matty. Karamoko. I think after this highlight, I would start the time waste, but if they score, then I don't know what I'm going to do. He looked offside, referee. He looked offside, referee. Apparently not. Lee Fort. Ball in. Hit. That's wide. Change. I am going to do it. I just think that we would concede knowing us. Don't present the short goalkeeper distribution. Go slightly more direct. That's fine. Bit more width to create us a little bit more of an out ball. Augustwari is going to come off. We need a more defensively minded player on there. Sanif is actually going to move in as a ball-winning midfielder back of the line to help us out with that. Masawem is now going to move deeper, lying on support as well, just sit in a little bit. And I'm actually going to go and get in Thiago Castro to come into there He's not known for that, but that gives us a little bit more of an option. Diarra off the bench is someone that we can definitely go with, and same with Haddad, and I am going to go to that. 2 wingers either side to help Collie out as well. Barker will come on late doors here as well, ladies and gentlemen. Fresh legs. I'm also going to start the time waste, I think. 13 minutes and change. 2-0. Can I just say, if we keep a clean sheet here, Sanu's going to play 2 games, keep 2 clean sheets. We should have played him a lot earlier this year. I tell you what, boys. I tell you what. Barker, you're up top. I think we're home. It's a clean sheet. Our backup keepers play 2 games for 2 clean sheets. We win 2-0. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Big dubs. Big dubs in the chat. Wow. That result alone could see us stay up. That result, for me, keeps us from going down automatically. We're clear. Basita got beat 2-1. Good. We are 5 points clear now. 5 points clear. 5 games to go. Paris FC were 6 points clear. 5 games to go. You don't want to say that it's done and dusted. But what you will say is we are in the commanding position, and that's all that matters. In what has been a 3-horse race for relegation, and it's not a race you want to win, we are at the post kicking home strong to stay in League 2, and that's all we want to see. Next time we see each other, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's either the Stadio Lavios game or the Chateauroux game or both. I feel like we might have to give you both, so that is it. If we do win both those games, I might then give you the end of the season, because if we win both of them, we're definitely going to stay up. I reckon we're 1 win away. 1 win away from staying up altogether. Can we find it next episode? Stay tuned. You definitely will. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and goodbye.